Where can you find the best savings account for your kid? Maybe you have a 3-year-old son or a 5-year-old daughter. You want to get them started, have them develop those good financial habits early on. In this video, I'm going to answer 3 questions related to this. First one is, should you create a savings account for your child? Second is, where can you find the best savings account for your kid? And the third question is, what are the tax implications if you set up that account? So let's get right down to it. Question number 1, should you create a savings account for your child? When I was growing up, my mom opened a savings account for me right about probably when I was in elementary school. And it was very exciting for me. I had this passbook where I would see the deposits that I have made, the interest that I was earning in my bank. I'm probably revealing my age because I'm referring to a passbook, which you all probably don't know about. A passbook looks like a passport, and it just essentially records all the transactions that you've made in your bank account. So that was really exciting for me having that, and who knows, maybe that was instrumental in shaping the financial planner that I am today. I personally think that having a savings account is one of those things that you can teach your child early on to get those good financial planning habits early. If you're already in the market for a savings account for your child, question number 2, what is the best savings account for your kid? In these matters, we are going to turn to Google, and I find an article according to NerdWallet about this, and it lists 4 different banks in terms of the best ones out there according to this article. And let's take a look. So according to this article, first option is Capital One Kids Savings Account. And upon looking more closely, the rate is pretty competitive. I mean, it's not going to be super high given rates are low these days, but better than a checking account, easy to make online transactions, no monthly fee, which is pretty awesome, and there's no minimum maintaining balance, which is also great. The second bank that they list here is the Alliant Credit Union Kids Savings, and looks like the rate is also pretty competitive. It may have a small minimum balance requirement, so that's something to keep in mind. And I think one of the downsides that I see here is because it's a credit union, you have to be a member of this credit union. So you'll have to do a little bit of research on what it takes to become a member. Third option, according to this article, is the Bank of America Minor Savings Account. And when I looked at the rate, the rate seems quite low. It's almost like a checking account. So I'm not exactly sure why NerdWallet even listed them here. The fourth option here is the BECU Early Savers Account. BECU stands for the Boeing Employees Credit Union. Very competitive rates, but downside is you apparently have to live or work in the Washington state. So those are the 4 options that are listed in this article. You can choose based on this information. And let me know in the comment section which ones you're thinking about. So let's say you've decided on a financial institution in which you're going to open a savings account for your kid. Question number 3 is, what are the tax implications of doing this? Does your child need to pay taxes on the interest income he or she's going to make? Do you need to pay taxes on that? The last thing you would want is to have your child owe back taxes for several years, right? So upon looking closely at the IRS website, it looks like if the child's interest income is $2,200 or less, then it is not subject to taxes. So keep in mind though, these are kid savings accounts, and a child below 18 years old is a minor, cannot legally own an account. So as a parent, you will need to be a co-owner of this account. Once she becomes of age, then you can remove yourself from this account. Now, you might also be thinking about saving for your child's education, being a good parent that you are. College is super pricey, as we all know, and it's best to start saving early. The question is, should you save for your child's college education through the savings account that you're about to open? Should it be through a 529 plan, or should it be through a Roth IRA, which is one of the advanced strategies that some financial planners use? For the answers, check out our video on 529 versus Roth IRAs.